Well, quarterback competition continues for the Seahawks. One national writer thinks it represents what's wrong with Pete Carroll. Why do we disagree? Tell you next.
Forget cable, switch to Frontier. The Fios Triple Play brings dedicated 100% fiber optics to your home. Fios TV, 15x5 internet and digital phone for $119.99 per month with 2-year price protection plan on qualifying service. FrontierPacificNW.com.
Jason Cole from Yahoo Sports joined us today to defend his article that he wrote earlier in the week, essentially saying that because they were going to have a quarterback competition here in Seattle, it represented what Pete Carroll has done wrong, essentially making the point that you've got to make a decision on a quarterback early in the tenure of a coach and then stick with that guy until either it works or doesn't work and then move on from there. And while I agree that's a great principle to have, yeah, of course, it would have been fantastic if year one, day one of the Pete Carroll regime, they chose a great quarterback, he turned out to be a franchise player, and everybody lives happily ever after. The fact of the matter is, that guy wasn't available. They went through a year with Matt Hasselbeck, they gave it a shot with Charlie Whitehurst. Neither of those were going to be a long-term solution. Last year, you got a little screwed up because you had the lockout, you didn't have as many opportunities to find that guy, and they decided to just sort of punt for a year, I believe, with Tavares Jackson, who turned out, I think, to be better than we ever thought. Now, they're actually still looking for that person. They're going for it, with a couple of caveats with Matt Flynn and, of course, with Russell Wilson as well. If one of those two guys turns out to be your quarterback of the future, your franchise guy, great, you're golden. But you know what? At the same time, you're leaving yourself open in case that guy shows up next year. Of all the quarterback options that they could have gone after since Pete Carroll's been here, I'm not sure there's anyone, with the exception of maybe Andy Dalton, that they really should have pulled the trigger on. What did you want? Brock brought it up today. Clausen? Jimmy Clausen, can you imagine if that had been the pick and they had committed to him? It wouldn't have worked any better than what you've got. I think Pete Carroll is going down the right road and trying to find the right guy to be his leader.